Hi everyone! Did you know there's a nerve in your body that can help reduce stress and anxiety? It's the vagus nerve, a true switch for well-being. Today I'll show you how it works and how you can stimulate it to feel calmer and more balanced. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a bonus tip on how to activate it instantly. Let's get started!
What is the vagus nerve?
Our body is made up of various nerves that facilitate communication between the brain and the rest of the body. The vagus nerve is one of them, connecting the brain to almost all vital organs, such as the heart, lungs, intestines, and more. You can think of the vagus nerve as a vast highway filled with internet cables. Most of these cables are sensors, meaning the vagus nerve is responsible for reporting to the brain what is happening in almost every organ. Pretty important, right? Going back to high school science lessons, the vagus nerve is a key component of the autonomic nervous system, which regulates the body's involuntary physiological processes, such as heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing. The autonomic nervous system is divided into the sympathetic nervous system, which activates survival mode and prepares our body for fight or flight, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for turning off that response. In other words, when danger arises, our body prepares for action. And once the risk is gone, it relaxes and returns to a state of balance, or homeostasis. The vagus nerve plays a leading role in this recovery and relaxation process.
What is survival mode?
Survival mode happens when our brain perceives a dangerous situation and prepares our body for action. In moments of risk, the brain releases cortisol, commonly known as the stress hormone, which is essential for providing the body with energy. It activates the sympathetic nervous system, which, as we've seen, is responsible for preparing the body to fight or flee. Back in the early days of humanity, when we were more animalistic than human, this response was crucial for survival. Today, life-threatening situations are much less frequent, but this mechanism still helps us. For example, when we instinctively run to avoid being hit by a car. The real problem is that modern life has conditioned our brains to perceive many non-life-threatening situations as emergencies. As a result, we activate our sympathetic nervous system far more often than necessary. A stressful work meeting, an argument with a partner or child, an upcoming exam, all these events flood our bodies with cortisol, preparing us for a fight or flight response that never actually happens.
How does the vagus nerve affect stress and anxiety?
Science has been increasingly interested in how the vagus nerve works and how it affects us. Research shows that the vagus nerve's influence and its connection to the brain play a significant role in mood regulation, stress response, and cognitive function. To put it simply, when the vagus nerve is properly activated, the parasympathetic nervous system can function effectively, allowing us to enter a state of calm and security. However, when it is dysregulated, the sympathetic nervous system dominates, leading to feelings of anxiety and tension. Additionally, in terms of cognitive function, studies are exploring the relationship between the vagus nerve and functions like attention and memory, since these processes rely on self-regulation.
Is it possible to stimulate the vagus nerve?
Given the vagus nerve's crucial role in overall health and well-being, strategies to improve vagal tone have gained attention. As we mentioned, this is still a relatively new field of research, meaning there are more questions than answers. However, what we do know is that the vagus nerve is closely linked to the body's overall functioning. Exactly what we always talk about here at Equilibrium. The key is always balance. There's no magic formula. The secret is to take care of both body and mind. Here are some strategies that science believes can help activate the vagus nerve.
Deep breathing.
Since vagus nerve activation is linked to the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation, encouraging your body to relax stimulates this system and activates the vagus nerve. On our channel, we have a step-by-step video on breathing techniques. We'll leave the link in the description.
Meditation, yoga, and mindfulness.
These practices also activate the parasympathetic nervous system and the vagus nerve by regulating breathing and enhancing awareness of the present moment.
Physical activity.
Regular exercise, especially aerobic workouts, has been shown to improve vagal tone, mainly by helping to reduce cortisol buildup.
Nutrition.
Everything we eat is synthesized by our body, fueling its functions. Recent studies have shown that the chemical processes triggered by food intake impact not only physical health, but also mental well-being, emotions, and cognitive functions. This chemical synthesis stimulates the vagus nerve, activating brain regions associated with emotions.
Social connection.
Expressing gratitude, practicing acts of kindness, and building meaningful social connections also appear to influence vagus nerve activation, as they promote feelings of safety, comfort, and relaxation.
Bonus tip.
We've reached the end of this fascinating discussion about the vagus nerve. And, as promised at the beginning of the video, for those who stayed with me until now, I have 2 instant strategies to activate the vagus nerve. Ready? Here they are.
Singing.
That's right. If you're feeling stressed, angry, or agitated, the answer might be singing. Science has confirmed the old saying, singing chases away troubles. Humming a tune makes your throat vibrate and encourages deeper breathing, which activates your vagus nerve. Not a fan of singing? No problem. Simply humming with your mouth closed or chanting the famous mantra Om can be just as effective. Gargling also works.
Cold showers or cold compresses.
The shock of cold water stimulates the vagus nerve, reducing heart rate and enhancing the relaxation response. Studies indicate that regular exposure to cold water improves heart rate variability and strengthens the vagus nerve's ability to handle stress. So, time to ditch those hot showers. If you're not a fan of cold showers, start with warm water and finish with a few minutes of cold water. If a full shower isn't an option, splashing your face with cold water can still activate the vagus nerve and calm your body.
Conclusion.
So, did you enjoy these techniques for activating the vagus nerve and reducing stress and anxiety? Now you know that small daily actions, like singing, deep breathing, or even taking a cold shower, can make a big difference in your well-being. If you found this content helpful, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more tips like this. And tell me in the comments, which of these techniques will you try first? Oh, and if you know someone who could benefit from these tips, share this video. Let's spread more balance and well-being together. See you in the next video. Bye.